Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. Sit down, please. I'd like to speak English today too, to improve my speaking skill. Let's get it started. Today, it is November 29th, 2022. It's on Tuesday, and it's raining outside. How are you spending Tuesday? Do you like Tuesday? I think many people don't like Tuesday because uh, they still have 3 days till the weekend. I drink a cup of coffee. Do you like coffee? Or do you prefer coffee? Or do you prefer tea to coffee? Do you drink a cup of coffee in the morning? Do you drink a cup of coffee in the morning? Please do not become an offender. Please do not become an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. I would not like you to be an offender. I would like you to be a kind person. I want you to be a kind person. I want you to be a kind person. I would like you to be a kind person. I would like you to be an kind person. I would like you to be a kind person. I don't want you to be an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. There are some repeated offenders. There are some repeated offenders. The offender was dragged off to the police station. The offender was dragged off to the police station. The offender was dragged off to the police station. The offender was dragged off to the police station. The offender was stopped by the police officer for speeding. The offender for speeding was pulled over. The offender for speeding will be punished, will be subject to fines and penalties. Offender of the rules are subject to going out of the room facility. Offender of the examination rule are subject to getting out of the facility permanently, perpetually, eternally, forever. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. I wouldn't like you to be an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. I don't want you to be an offender. The police officers asking some questions from the offender. The offender was asked some questions. The police officers asking some questions to the offender. The police officers are asking some questions to the offender. The police officers asking some questions to the offender. I was totally offended by the remarks, and he didn't even try to take it back. He didn't even try to retreat that. 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 I was totally offended by the remarks. The remarks made by the person offended many audiences, viewers. Don't offend the rule. Don't offend the speed limit. Don't offend the speed limit. Don't offend the speed limit, okay? Follow the rule. Stick to the rule. Stick with the rule. Keep to the rule. I was totally offended by the remarks. Try not to offend others. 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 There are many elements offending me. There are some factors offending me. The sudden cancellation of the school trip offended many students. The sudden cancellation by the torrential rain of the school trip offended all of us. The sudden postpone of the school trip offended us, all of us. The sudden postpone, put off cancellation of the school trip to Universal Studios Japan offended all of us. Do not offend the rule. Do not offend the ordinance. Do not offend the law. Do not offend the law. Try not to offend others, okay? Try to be kind to others. All of the students were offended by the sudden cancellation of the school trip because they were looking forward to going to the place. I've been offended by many people, which made me strong, which made me what I am now, which made me what I am now, which made me what I am now, what I am now. I've been offended by many people, which made me what I am now, which made me strong. I've been offended by many people. I have been offended by many people. I have been offended by many people, which made me strong, which made me what I am now. So don't offend others. Don't offend the law. Law. Don't offend the law. Don't offend the law. And do not offend. Do not offend the law. Do not offend the law. Do not offend the laws. Do not offend the laws. Do not offend the law. Do not offend the laws. Do not offend the ordinances, rules, treaty, pact, accord, agreement, contract, and so on. The driver was fined 200,000 yen for speeding. The driver was fined 100,000 yen for offending the speed limit. The driver was fined 100,000 yen for offending speed limit. The driver was fined 20,000 yen and lost some credits for offending the speed limit. I was offended by the rude attitude from the staff. receptionist. I was totally upset by the terrible attitude of the receptionist. I was totally offended by the terrible behavior of the receptionist. Rude attitude, rude behavior of the receptionist. The driver was fined 10,000 yen for offending the speed limit. The driver was fined 10,000 yen for offending the speed limit. Offending the speed limit. For offending the speed limit. For offending the speed limit. For speeding the street law. Express law. Expressway law. I'm easily be offended by subtle things, even subtle things, trivial things. I'm easy to get offended. I'm easy to be offended by trivial things, subtle things, minor things. Don't offend laws. Don't offend anything. Do not offend the ordinance. The driver was fined 10,000 yen for offending the speed limit. The customer was forced to go out of the facility for offending the rule of the facility. Have you offended a crime? Do not do that. Don't do that. Don't offend a crime. Don't offend the law. Don't offend the law. Don't offend our promise. Can you keep a promise? Forever. Can you keep the secret forever? Some people easily offend promises they have made. Some people easily offend the promises they have made. Some people easily offend 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 promises they have made. Some people offend promises they have made. Some people easily 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 offend promises they make. Some people easily offend promises they make. Kids tend to offend promises or rules because they are not matured enough. But even adults can offend rules. If you offend the rules, we must ask you to go out of the room, facility. If you offend the rules of this facility, we must ask you to go out of the facility, okay? If you offend the rules of this facility, we must ask you to go out of this facility. If you offend the rules of our policy, if you offend our policy, which is needed to proceed this event smoothly, you are subject to going out of this facility. I was totally offended by the remarks. I was totally offended by the examination result. The driver was fined 10,000 yen for offending the speed limit. The kid was forced to study until 10 o'clock p.m. for offending the promise he made with her mother. The kid was forced to study until 10 o'clock p.m. for offending the promise he had made with her mother. Do not offend. Do not offend. Do not offend. Do not offend. Okay? But be kind to others. Do not offend. But achieve something great, which is beneficial for the society, beneficial to the society, beneficial for the society. Do not offend, but achieve something great, which is beneficial for the society. Do not offend. Do not offend, but contribute to the society. Okay? Have you offended? Have you offended? Have you offended? Tell me the truth. Tell me truth. Have you offended? Have you offended? Have you offended? If not, try not to offend forever. Perpetually, permanently, eternally, forever, for good. Do you know the mechanism why people sometimes offend? Do you know the mechanism do you know the mechanism of why people offend sometimes? Do you know the mechanism of why some people offend sometimes? Do not offend. Do not offend. Perpetually. Permanently. Eternally. It is said that the economy goes down, more people start to offend. According to the statistics, and it is often said, when the economy goes down, more people offend. It is often said that the economy, when the economy goes down, declines, reduces, diminishes, more and more people will offend. It is often said that when the economy goes down, more people will offend. It is often said that when the economy goes down, more people will offend. The offense cannot be allowed. The offense cannot be tolerable. The offense is totally intolerable, 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 intolerable. Intolerable, intolerable. The offense is totally intolerable. The offense is totally not tolerable. He showed a different attitude toward the victim to compensate for his offense, to make up for his offense. The employee showed a different great attitude toward the co-worker whom he bothered for a reason, to compensate for his offense, to make up for the offense or the offense. A serious offense. A serious offense. A serious offense. A serious offense. The offense cannot be allowed. The offense cannot be tolerable. The offense is totally intolerable. The offense is totally intolerable. The offense is totally not tolerable. The offense is totally not tolerable. Offense. Thanks to the newly established police station, the offense rate has been decreasing in the region. Thanks to the newly established police station in the district, the offense rate has been decreasing since then. Thanks to the newly established police station in the district, the offense rate has been decreasing since then. With stricter laws or regulations, the offense rate might decrease. The offense rate might increase with the regulations being relieved, eased. If the laws or regulations are eased, the offense rate might increase. If the regulations are eased, the offense rate might increase. So this is one of the concerns. The offense rate might be related to the economy. The offense rate might be related to the economy. The offense rate might be related to the economy. Offense. A serious offense cannot be allowed. Offense. Those who commit an offense will be punished by the law. Those commit an offense will be punished by the law. Those commit a crime or offense will be punished by the law. Those who commit a crime or offense will be punished by the law. Those who commit an offense will be punished by the law. Those who commit an offense will be punished by the law. Those who commit an offense will be punished by the law. Those who commit an offense will be punished by the law. Offense. Offense. A serious offense. 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 I hope the offense will be zero. I hope offense will be zero. I hope the offense rate will be zero. I hope that the offense rate will be zero. I hope that the offense rate will be zero. Offense. Offense. I hope that the offense rate will be zero. Offense. Offense. A serious offense. A serious offense. A serious offense cannot be allowed. A serious offense upset me. I woke up to a serious offense from the news. I woke up to the pessimistic news of a serious offense. I woke up to a news of a serious offense which was not good. I woke up to news of a serious offense. Thanks to the newly established police station, the offense rate there has been diminishing, declining, going down, dropping. I hope the offense will be zero. I hope that the offense will be zero. I hope the offense will be eradicated. I was offended by the offensive behavior of the receptionist. I'm sorry if my attitude was offensive to you. I did not mean that. I did not mean that. I did not mean that. I do not mean to be offensive. I always try to be polite, kind to other people. I try to be kind all the time to other people. I all the time be kind. Attempted to be kind. Attempt to be kind. Try to be kind to other people. I'm sorry if my attitude was offensive to you. I'm sorry if my attitude, behavior were offensive to you. Was it offensive to you? Then I'm sorry. Was it offensive to you? Was my attitude 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 offensive to you? Offensive. 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 All of the staffs in the store are educated, not to be offensive, but to be kind and polite, agreeable. All of the staffs in this store are educated and told not to be offensive, but to be agreeable, polite, and kind. All of the employees in this company are educated to be polite, kind, and agreeable. All of the staffs in this store are told not to be offensive, not to be offensive. All of the staffs in this store are told not to be offensive to customers. Offensive, offensive. All of the staffs in this store are told not to be offensive to customers. All of the staffs in this store are told not to be offensive to to customers. All of the staffs in this store are told not to be offensive to customers. All of the staffs in this store are told not to be offensive to customers. Offensive, 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 all of the staffs in this store are told not to be offensive to customers. Offensive. I'm sorry if my attitude was offensive to you. I'm sorry if I was offensive to you. I'm sorry if I was offensive to you. I'm sorry if I was offensive to you. I do not mean that. But I did not mean that. I am sorry if my attitude was offensive to you. I am sorry if I was offensive to you. I am sorry if I was offensive to you. I am sorry if I was offensive to you. I am really sorry if I was offensive to you. I am really sorry if I was offensive to you. I am sorry if I was offensive to you. I am sorry if I was offensive to you. I am sorry if I was offensive to you. Offensive. I was offended by the offensive attitude of the receptionist of the hotel. I was offended by the offensive attitude, behavior, treatment of the receptionist of the hotel. Offensive. I was offended by the offensive behavior, attitude, treatment of the hotel staff. Offensive. 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 All of the staffs in this store are educated not to be offensive to customers. All of the staffs in this store are told not to be offensive to customers, but to be kind, polite, agreeable to customers. Offensive. Don't be offensive. Don't be offensive. I try not to be offensive. I try not to be offensive to others. I try not to be offensive to others. Offensive. I will pursue further understanding of English. I will pursue further masterpiece, further breakthrough, further level up. I will pursue further level up of my career. Are you going to pursue your further career? Or resign as a salaried worker and run a restaurant, or do what you want to do? A further investigation into the criminal house is scheduled. The further investigation into the venue is scheduled. The further investigation into the venue where the incident happened is scheduled. The further investigation into the criminal venue is scheduled, planned, predicted. The further investigation into the criminal venue is expected, anticipated, predicted, presumed. The further investigation into the criminal venue is expected. Some people pursue further dreams, further income. Some people pursue further income. Further higher dream, further higher dream. Further understanding of the grammar. I bought a new textbook of English grammar to have the further understanding. I review the same textbook over and over again, time and time again, over and again, time and again, to pursue further understanding. I repeat reading the same textbook. I repeat reading the same textbook over and over again for further understanding. I review the same sentences time and time again for further understanding. I review the same textbooks. I review the same textbooks time and time again for further understanding. I repeat reading the same textbooks over and over again. I repeat reading the same textbooks. I repeat reading the same textbook over and over again for further understanding. Further. I often confuse the pronunciation of further with father. I often confuse the pronunciation of further with father. Father. Further investigation into the criminal's house is scheduled. The further investigation into the matter should be done. The further investigation into the matter should be conducted, executed. The further investigation into the incident should be conducted. My mother walked to the further destination yesterday. My mother walked to the further destination yesterday. I want to go to somewhere further place than where we went last year. I'm planning to go somewhere further place than the place we went to last year. We are planning to go to further place than the place we went to last year. We are planning to go to a further place than we went to last year. We are planning to go to a further place than the place to which we went last year. We are planning to go to a further destination. We are planning to go to a further destination than the place to which we went last year. We are planning to go to a further destination than the place we went where we went last night. I practice speaking English. I study English every day to pursue further improvement. I study English every day for further improvement. To pursue further improvement. To aim at further improvement. I could throw the ball to the further distance. The Saturn is farther than the Moon from the Earth. The Jupiter is farther than the Moon from the Earth. Farther than the Moon from the Earth. The Jupiter is farther than the Moon from the Earth. And the Jupiter is farther than the Moon from the Earth. The Jupiter is farther than the Moon from the Earth. Regarding the distance. The Jupiter is further than the Moon from the Earth. The balloon went further with the wind, by being thrown by the wind. The balloon went further, rise up further. The balloon went up further. The balloon skyrocketed further. The balloon went up further. The balloon flew away further. I'd like to improve my English 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 further. It's raining heavily outside. I hope it will stop raining soon. Which do you prefer, rain or sunny? But I like to be at home when it's raining heavily. I like the atmosphere. -ion may be released. I think -ion will be being released when it is raining. So I like the atmosphere. But it is limited to only when I'm at home. It is worst going outside when it's raining, right? For me, yes. For some people, not maybe. Because everyone has different perspective, taste, and so on. The balloon flew away further. 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 I'd like to improve my English skill further. We usually want more and more further. We usually want further. Want things further. We usually tend to get further. Can't try to get what we want further. We are usually apt to inclined to get things further. Are you going to pursue your career further, or resign as a salaried worker and run a restaurant? Are you going to pursue your career further? Are you going to pursue your career further? I will improve my English skill further. 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 I'd like to improve my English skill further, especially speaking and listening skills. The balloon flew up further. The balloon flew away further. The balloon flew away further. The soccer ball was floated away further. The soccer ball flown away further. The soccer ball flown away further. The soccer ball was 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 flown away by the current of the ocean further. The soccer ball was flown away. The soccer ball was flown away further by the ocean current. But the soccer ball was flown away by the ocean. The soccer ball was flown away. The soccer ball was flown away by the ocean. I will pursue my career further. I will pursue my career further. I will pursue my career further. I bought a textbook. To improve my skill further. I will keep challenging to improve myself further, to suck up experiences further. I will keep challenging in effort to improve further, to level up further. I will keep challenging and try to have more experiences in an effort to level up further. The employee was promoted to a section chief. Furthermore, he won the lottery. The employee won the lottery of 1 million yen. Furthermore, he was promoted to a section chief. Furthermore, 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 furthermore. Furthermore, the employee was promoted to the section chief, and furthermore, he won the lottery. We were drenched with the heavy rain. Furthermore, the destination was closed. I was drenched with the torrential rain. Furthermore, I forgot to bring the important document. Do you like to ride on a vehicle? I easy to get motion sick, so I don't like any vehicles. I don't like any vehicles. I don't like any vehicles because I easy to get motion sick. I easy to get motion sick. I easy to get motion sick. I don't have the interest in motor vehicles. 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 Are you interested in motor vehicles? 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 I am not interested in motor vehicles. 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 Are you interested in motor vehicles? I am not interested in motor vehicles. Car, motor vehicles. Car, motor vehicles. There are many kinds of vehicles. There are many kinds of vehicles in the world. Which vehicles do you like? Which vehicle do you like? Which kind of vehicle do you like? Which kind of vehicle do you like? Which kind of vehicle do you like? There are many kinds of vehicles. There are many kinds of vehicles. There are many kinds of vehicles. What is the difference between motor vehicles and cars? Motor vehicles, motor vehicles, cars, motor vehicles, cars, motor vehicle, car, motor vehicle, car, motor vehicles, cars, motor vehicles, motor vehicles. Do you usually go to the polls or ignore? Some people disregard going to polls. Some people disregard going to the polls. Some people disregard going to the polls. Do you go to the polls or not? According to the poll, many elderly people go to the polls more than younger generation. According to the poll, most of the voters are elderly people. A few younger people go to the polls. According to the polls, the economy is not recovering. Do you believe in the poll? Do you believe in the poll? According to the exit poll, the Liberal Democratic Party is strong. According to the poll, Liberal Democratic Party is strong. Many people voted for the Liberal Democratic Party. According to the exit poll, many people voted for the Liberal Democratic Party. The Liberal Democratic Party. According to the exit poll, many voters voted for the Liberal Democratic Party. Poll. Do you go to the polls? Have you gone to the polls? Did you go to the polls? When did you go to the polls? Last time. When did you go to the polls? Polls last time. Poll. Poll. The association is conducting a poll regarding the consumption tax. The association is conducting a poll regarding the commodity prices, rising commodity prices. The company is conducting a poll as for the rising commodity prices. As for the rising commodity prices, the poll is conducting a poll as to the rising commodity prices. The company is conducting a poll with respect to the rising commodity prices. The company is conducting a poll regarding rising commodity prices. The company is conducting a poll with respect to the rising commodity prices. I went to the polls and voted for someone. I will not tell you. I don't want to tell you to whom I voted for. I don't want to tell you to which I voted for, to which party I voted for. Do you think more people should go to the polls? Do you think more people should go to the polls? The request from the famous celebrity help the younger generation to go to the polls. The request from the famous influencer help the young people to go to the polls. Help the young people, help the young people, help the young people, younger generation to go to the polls. The request from the celebrity help the younger people to go to the polls, not hospital. The request from the celebrity help the young people to go to the polls. Help the young people. Help the young people to go to the polls. Help the young people to go to the polls. Do you think more citizens should go to the polls? The company is conducting a poll related to the rising consumption tax. The company is conducting a poll in respect to the rising commodity prices. According to the poll conducted from the pedestrians, many people think the prices of commodity are rising. According to the poll conducted from the passers-by around the station, many people can feel that the prices of commodity are rising. To everyone's surprise, the minor political party won the seat of the Diet House by polling 2% of the total votes. To everyone's surprise, the political party polled 2% of the total votes. As usual, the Liberal Democratic Party polled most of the votes, many of the votes, more than half of the votes. As usual, the Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes, half of the votes. As usual, the Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The company is polling the passers-by from in and train station, from the train station regarding the commodity prices. The association is conducting a poll. The association is polling passers-by in and around the train station regarding the commodity prices. The group is polling the pedestrians in and from the train station regarding rising commodity prices. The political party aims at polling more than 2% of the total votes to win the seat of the Diet House. The political party aims at polling 2%, more than 2% of the votes. In this internet generation era period, famous people will poll many votes. Famous people will poll many votes, so the society might be changed drastically by such influencers. In this democracy, influencer will poll many votes in the election, so the system might be changed drastically by influencers. Common sense might be changed drastically, thoroughly by the influencers with many subscribers. In this democracy, those who don't know about the politics at all with many subscribers have the chance to poll many votes in the election. In this democracy, those who have many subscribers and don't know about politics at all can have the chance to poll many votes in the election. The minor political party polled 2% of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The group is conducting a poll. The group is polling the pedestrians. The group is polling the pedestrians regarding the rising commodity prices. The Liberal Democratic Party polled many votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. The Liberal Democratic Party polled more than half of the votes. I saw a mother embracing her daughter at the arrival gate of the airport. It took about 3 months for the student to embrace me as a teacher. It took about 3 months for the student to embrace me as a teacher, as her teacher. Until then, she kept ignoring me. It took about 3 months for the student to accept me, embrace me as a teacher. It took about 3 months for the student to embrace me as a teacher. It took about 3 months for the student to embrace me as a teacher. It took about 3 months for the student to accept me, embrace me as a teacher. It took about 3 months for the student embrace me as a teacher. It was not long before the company embraced me. It was not long before the company embraced me. And it was not long before the team embraced me. It was not long before the new department of the company embraced me. It was not long before the department of the company embraced me. It wasn't long before the department of the company embraced me after transferred from other department. It was not long before the new department embraced me after me transferred from another department. I saw a mother embracing her daughter at the arrival gate of the airport. It can take some time for a person to embrace something new. It can take time for people to embrace new things. It can take time for us to accept new things, because there are no much information about new things. They are afraid of incorporating the new things. They are afraid of taking risks. They are afraid of making a mistake, failing. So it can take time for us to accept new things, embrace new things. It can take time. It can often take time. It can often take time for us to embrace new things, because it can be risky. It is very risky. There are no much information about new things. It might fail. It might be a wrong decision. It's like a challenge. It can often take time for us to embrace new things. It can often take time for us to embrace new things. I saw a mother embracing her daughter at the arrival gate of the airport. I saw a mother embracing her daughter at the arrival gate of the airport. Do you like to embrace your friends? Do you embrace your friends as a greeting? Do you embrace your friends as greeting? Do you embrace your friends as greeting? Or just shake hands, or just raise your hand to say hi? They embraced. Mother and daughter 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 embraced. What do you think of embracing in public places? Is it considered rude in your country? Is it rude or normal? What do you think of embracing in public places? Is it regarded rude or normal? I saw some couples embracing along the river, illuminated by LED lights. On Christmas days, I see many couples embracing along the riverside. I saw many couples embracing along the river. I saw many couples embracing along the river. Embrace. What do you think of the couples embracing in public places? What do you think of couples embracing in public places? What do you think of couples embracing in public places? Do you like embrace? Embrace is one of the ways to show love or friendship or respect, maybe. Embrace is one of the ways to show love, friendships, and so on. Embrace is one of the ways to show love or friendship. Embrace is one of the ways to show love or friendship, or as a greeting. Embrace is one of the ways to show love, friendship, or as a greeting. Embrace is one of the ways to show love, friendship, or as a greeting. Embrace, 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 embrace. I was surprised at her sudden 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 embrace. I was surprised at the sudden embrace of her. Embrace is one of the ways to show love, friendship, and so on. Embrace is one of the ways to show love, friendship, or as a greeting. Do you need an embrace? Do you need an embrace before you leave your house from your wife or husband? Do you always need the embrace from your husband or wife before leaving your house, or after getting home, soon after getting home? Do you need an embrace? Do you need an embrace? Do you need an embrace from your friend as a greeting? Do you like embrace? Do you like an embrace? Embrace is one of the ways to show this to love or friendship, or as a greeting. Embrace. I never drink alcoholic beverages. I don't like alcohol, so which is good for me because I don't have to worry about drunk driving. I prefer juice and tea to alcoholic beverages. Do you like alcoholic beverages? Do you like alcoholic beverages? Is a medicine liquid? Is a medicine liquid? I prefer tablet medicine to liquid medicine, which is difficult to drink. I prefer tablet medicine to liquid medicine, which can remain, which taste can remain on my tongue for a long time. So I prefer to drink I prefer to have a tablet medicine. I prefer to have a tablet medicine than to have a liquid medicine. Liquid. Is the medicine liquid? Is the medicine liquid? Is the medicine liquid? Is the medicine liquid? I prefer to have a tablet medicine than to have a liquid medicine. I prefer to have a liquid. I prefer to have a tablet medicine than to have a liquid one. A liquid medicine is also easy to have, but the taste might remain on my tongue for a time being if I fail to drink it well. If I fail to drink the liquid medicine well. If I couldn't have the liquid medicine well, the taste might remain on my tongue for a time being. So I prefer to have tablet medicine. I prefer to have a tablet medicine than to have a liquid medicine. Regarding the liquid medicine, if I fail to drink it well, the taste of the liquid medicine can remain on my tongue for a time being. So that's why I prefer to have a tablet medicine. Water will be solidified at the 0 degree Celsius. At 0 degree Celsius. At 0 degree Celsius. Water will be solidified. Water is solidified. Water is solidified, frozen at the degree of 0, at the degree of 0, at 0 degree Celsius, at 0 degree Celsius. Do you think law reforms are needed? Do you think law reforms are needed? Law reform. All solid laws might be needed to reformed. Needed to be reformed. Need to be reformed. Old obsolete laws might need to be reformed. Obsolete old laws might need to be reformed. Obsolete laws need to be reformed. Obsolete laws might need to be reformed. Might need to be reformed. May need to be reformed. Obsolete ordinances need to be reformed. Obsolete laws need to be reformed. Obsolete laws need to be reformed to the taste of the current era, period. Obsolete laws need to be reformed to fit in the current era, fit into the current era. Law reform, 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 law reform. Do you think law reforms is important, imminent? Do you think some law reform should be done immediately? Law reform, law reform, law reform, 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 law 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 reform. Okay. I will finish speaking here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See you.